Cage Fury 133 next week, July 26th. And Max the Candyman Quinones back in action. Max, 2 weeks out, man. How we feeling?
Blessed, brother, man. I appreciate you taking the time, knowing I'm on the go. We're doing an interview in the car this time, so I appreciate you being flexible with that.
Well, I appreciate you giving me the time, man. It shows how busy you are, especially because yesterday was your birthday, I believe, correct?
2 days ago, yeah, on Sunday,
Oh,
and then
close enough.
close enough, right? I was actually supposed to be born on the 15th, but my mom, so I share the same birthday as my aunt. She had me induced a day earlier as a birthday gift to my aunt. So that's why I'm born on July 14th. But that was a little side story, anyways. But we celebrated good, ate some good grub. It was a last little like, even though I don't really pig out, it was rice and beans, mashed potatoes, steak. Just had a good little portion and just got some hour and a half massages. And that 30 minutes extra makes a difference. If people only get an hour massage, you're crazy now. Like you have to take the extra 30 minutes. Even I want to see how they do for 2 hours. Damn, so good.
I've never actually gotten a massage before, so I'm longing to do.
Ever?
Never in my life.
Wow.
I
No,
mean, I've
definitely
gotten
take
like little
advantage of
back
one, dude.
rubs and shit, but like no like going to a
Fancy
masseuse.
dancy. Yeah, you got to go to a license, like not to be stereotypical, but them Asians, man, they know it goes back to ancient times for a reason,
Cultural.
bro. They know their stuff. They know their stuff. And this one shop I go to, it's a little chain, but they're just older Vietnamese ladies, and they just know how to rub you down. They know how to get down in there.
All right, noted. I'll keep this in mind when I get to do that someday. But Max, my man, happy belated. Let's get into this interview because you're coming off of a big win back in the win column, CFFC 130. But you just told me, and I already knew this, but you broke your hand in that fight. So everything okay there? Got that fist back?
Yeah, the pounds of pressure, like I was saying earlier, they're right identical again. The physical strength and conditioning that I've been putting myself through this program to really be on top, it's not like any other camp. I mean, every day we're doing like damn near 2 days, except for one day out of the week, and so find time to recover, rest, and things like that. So this is probably going to be the best shape I'm going into a fight this camp, 100%.
And then exclusively train in Def War anywhere else this camp?
Yeah, just straight up a death war. I mean, we'll cross train, like bounce around things like that, to gyms that we trust for like sparring and stuff like that. But everything's in house with death war. A bunch of killers in there. We got a new wrestling coach that came in. One of my old national team buddies. He um he ends up coaching down the road, and so it ends up just working out. He's coming over, helping out, and we've been adding some new things to the puzzle, and it's helping not only myself but the rest of the team as well.
And then, like, because last camp you're coming off of a loss. Now you're back coming off of a win. Does that change anything in terms of preparation?
As far as preparation, not necessarily. It's just getting back in that win column. You know what I mean? Like the when I took that loss, it's I mean, it can mess up anyone. Like any loss can mess up anyone, but the way like the blood and everything when played in a factor, like a lot of people get deteriorated by that. Me, I just want to put my head down, get back to the fucking business because it is part of the game, and I want to be known as one of those people that like once I get sliced up, I'm willing to still keep going, still push the pressure, or still make an exciting fight to where I'm not gonna fold. You literally had to drop me or put me out in order to stop me from coming forward or to still try. And this mindset is just we got that king out of the way the last fight, whatever issues may have been, and now it's just gun ho. And I think most likely you're gonna expect another highlight reel finish or a stunning sequence to end up to where it's gonna be on UFC Fight Pass and CFFC is gonna put in their highlight reel as well. Mark my words.
I mean, yeah, dude, like, obviously a loss is never fun, but to lose the way you did with that gnarly cut, battling it out the whole time, like, when you look back on that, like, yeah, that's my only loss. Like, that's a pretty badass loss, right?
I mean, to a degree. I mean, people respect the fact that I didn't bitch out because I mean, each round in the corner, not the ref, the doc was saying, "Do you want to stop? Do you want to stop?" I'm like, "No."
Oh, that
And
cut was insane, dude.
then Mark Leona, he was like, "I don't give a shit about blood. Let him go if he wants to go." So I mean, well, fuck it, we're riding out. We're riding out. I mean, I'm not gonna say no, bro. Like I signed up to participate in that sport, and that's the ref's job to make sure that I'm not dying in the cage, and I know I'm not gonna die in the cage. You know what I mean? So, like I've been through worse stuff than a fight. That cut It's just unfortunate the position that happened in because I mean it got both my eyes shut and with
Yeah.
blood, it just dries instantly. It dries so fast. So like that's another battle on top of itself. And I guarantee you, if it wasn't for me being, yeah, you could feel things out and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna want to stand up if I can't see my opponent throwing punches
Right.
at me and then I get knocked out. You know what I mean? So there's certain tactics and certain things that you had to go about when that situation happens. And since I was fortunate to experience it at the regional level, when realistically, not that many people are watching that shit. We're really telling the truth. Not that many people are going to go back and be like, oh, he lost by this, and literally was that one cut, that one little slice, and he didn't do shit afterwards. So I mean, just bouncing back from that, it happened on a local scene, to where now I could really know how to deal with that adversity and dissect it if it does happen again later down the road.
And aside from your exciting style, one of the things that helps you stand out is the crazy haircuts you always get. So when's that coming?
24th, I have my appointment booked on the 24th.
Oh, you got it
Usually is it'll be the
right
day
before.
before, the two days before. So it'll be the 24th is like my last like shift. Like I'll do my errands, morning of, haircut, get my food, whatever I need for after weigh-ins, all that stuff. Then around like 8 o'clock at night, I'll start my final hard cut, lose about the last couple bit that I need to lose, and then just chill up until weigh-ins. Sleep, lose that pound of sleep, eat a little something in the morning because I do make weight on point like a pro, and then be able just to chill up until weigh-ins.
And a big one, Gustavo Villamil. I don't know if you've heard some other interviews, Arias talking, saying this could be a title eliminating fight. Winner could be taken on Bilal Hassan. There's a lot of talk, a lot of hype on this specific fight. So, what are your thoughts of the matchup? What are your thoughts on Gustavo?
I mean, I'm ready to duke it out with a motherfucker. At the end of the day, I know he's a little crotch sniffer, but we're gonna expose that and then some. So I'm ready to put his head on a on this hand, walk it back to my compound. I respect that he's from Florida. I know it's gonna be high energy in that room. It's gonna be a fucking epic night. And at the end of the day, it's gonna be a good fight. But I'm the one who's gonna leave home the victor for sure.
And then you just hinted at it. He is certainly a grappler. Do you train extra hard for that? It's not like you can't grapple, but like knowing you have a fighter with this certain skill set, do you amp that level of MMA up in the training camp?
I mean, we still we have a a plan in action, but at the end of the day, we're not necessarily worried about what he's going to do. We had to pose our will, and we had to pose our game plan, our fight. We had to fight our fight. So we have that at the back of our mind, like, yeah, he's going to want to take it down and just hold or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I got to make sure that it doesn't get to that level, and I need to do it by imposing my offense, making sure my counters, everything's on point. Don't let any opportunities mess up, and then if the opportunity shows, it's gonna connect.
And then you hinted at this earlier. You said you want to make a statement, you want to find a big finish for a highlight. Like when you close your eyes at night, when you're envisioning this fight coming up, what kind of fight are you seeing play out? I don't necessarily need a prediction or for you to spoil your plans, but how do you envision this?
I definitely see one shot hurting to where it leads up to a sequence, and that sequence is gonna end up to like an epic finish, really, whether it's a submission or a TKO finish. I really do see it being a finish, but one thing's for sure, it's going to start off with a sequence to where he's going to be hurt, overwhelming pressure. He's going to want to shoot in. The shit's not going to fly, and I'm going to pummel his ass.
So let's say you get this big finish, man. You're all over UFC Fight Pass. CFFC is talking about you per usual, to be honest. But like I said, the plan, it sounds like, is the winner of this taking on Bilal Hassan after his huge win over Shamel Finley, either for a vacant belt, for a title eliminator. Arias was talking some big levels of I don't know the word, rewards, so to speak, from this fight. So how do you feel about the outcome and what could be next year?
I mean, I'm not really too focused on what's next. I mean, if the title belt is next, awesome. If it's another fight, awesome. I just want to make sure the paycheck equivalates to how big the next fight is going to be, whether it's in Florida or in PA. I want to make sure that we do cash out on this opportunity if it's talking headlines like that. So, I mean, as of right now, I need to get through Gustavo, see what's up next, and then we'll sit back with my coaches, my team, and then we'll figure out what's going on because at the end of the day, I'm loyal to the fact of fighting and getting my name to the next stage, which is the UFC World Championship title. So whoever I got to fucking face to get to that level, That's who I'm going to face, and I'm going to thug it out, win, and then get my shot because I've earned that shot. I've worked too damn hard not to be where I want to be in life.
Did you get a chance to watch that fight between Shamel and Bilal?
Yeah, Jamel just looked scared, bro. He looked scared. He just let the guy do his thing, and he didn't post as well.
And you and Shamel have some history too. And Shamel, not disrespectfully at all, but when I talked to him recently, he mentioned, you being an exciting fight for him next with a big win and kind of how I'm talking here. So, again, without you looking past Gustavo, we're just having fun here for a second. Who do you think would be like the bigger fight, the louder fight, more fans, more buzz in the arena? You and Shamel or you and Bilal?
Good question. I would think, and not for skill level, but sense of the demographic of where we're located. I think Shamel and I would draw in more ticket sales, more seats in the because he already has a draw in Tampa and he's from Georgia. So it's that Southeast that will be willing to come see us in Florida versus Bilal. I mean, yeah, fan base up north, northeast, or whatever the case may be, but I don't think it would translate vice versa. If I went to PA or he came down here, I don't think those numbers would transcend as far as like seats and butts. But as far as the exciting fights, me and Bilal would make a more exciting fight. As far as like toe to toe in the cage, I think me and him would be a more exciting fight. As far as ticket sales, money wise, me and Shamel.
And then you just said this too, and it's no secret. I've been talking to you for over a year now. The ultimate goal is, UFC, maybe a PFL World Championship, something huge in those terms of big MMA promotions. So
Does PFL even have a 25-pound like division?
I don't think they do in the season. PFL's weird with that, man. They gotta get up to it. Like they don't have like half the divisions the UFC does,
Mm-mm-mm.
but they got money.
Shame. Yep.
They got a lot of money. So regardless, though, my question is, win here 6-1, right? I'm matchmaking already. I'm saying you and Bilal for a title. Let's say you win the title 7-1 by the time it's 2025. Is 2025 the year? Is that your goal for let's get into the UFC?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, definitely want to solidify this fight, one more fight, close out the year, and then hell, if it's a short notice fight, let's say December, I'm down to hop on, whatever the case may be. But realistically, it's looking like 2025, how things are mapping out and stuff like that. And are we discounting Lotus? What's up with him?
So Lotus, I believe, is no longer the CFFC champion. I don't know if this is because of a weight miss or another opportunity with another promotion. I don't have the information pulled up in front of me right now, but from my understanding, the flyweight belt is vacant right now.
See, I didn't get that information. Okay, okay,
And
gotcha.
again, I'm not the most reliable source of that kind of information. You know who would be Zach for us, the Freedom Kaufman, who knows all of that stuff more than I do. But no, I can get some clarity on that afterwards and let you know because I believe it's a vacant belt. That's why I haven't brought up his name yet.
Understood.
And my last real question here is actually not fight related. And I don't ever really get political with fighters on interviews. It's just not really my style. But something big happened this week that I would love to ask you about, especially training with Let's Go Brandon Lewis over there. What was your guys' reaction to Trump taking a freaking clip to the ear? What was up with that?
Nah, man. Trump 2020 for 24 and then some, man. Like he's the fucking GOAT, in my opinion. And I think what it did, me personally, I think it the Republicans that were saying on the sidelines, laying like the political ride and things like that, like, oh, it's gonna take its course. I think now everyone's coming out to the light, like, no, we need to actually take action. Like these these leftists are going fucking crazy. If we're being honest, like the Democratic Party is going crazy and they're trying to fabricate certain narratives and things like that. And I think that is a true testament of the brave are really truly free with Biden in our administration, we don't have that. You get a motherfucker falling off a bike, can't even walk up his airplane and stuff like that. But then you get a president damn near around the same age getting shot, almost assassinated in the ear, and is saying, "Fuck you, let's go." Like USA, you like that's the true like home of the brave, land of the free spirit that I love, bro. And so that just got me hyped seeing that. I mean, not that it happened, obviously, but the fact that like he did that shows that like now as president beforehand, but now motherfucker like he better stay in office for a while.
I mean, it was
That was really cool.
it was crazy how he literally just stood up and he literally told his Secret Service, he said, "Wait." And they said, "Wow." It's like, Jesus
Yep.
Christ, man. He's got some cojones. I
Yeah, I mean, and at the end of the day too, like you had to trust your team, and that's why he was able to do that. He trusted the team that those other shots that followed up behind were the ones that eliminated the shooter. Now, granted, the head of the Secret Service should have made sure all the buildings were taken care of and things like that. Then rumor has it BlackRock might be involved because they own that same building the shooter was at. That shooter was involved in a BlackRock commercial as well. So I don't know. There's theories and a bunch of shit going around already, but the the dead will never tell. You know what I mean? Like we can't take the guy's word or anything. Like if you even had like a manifesto or whatever the hell it was, what his vendetta was. But at the end of the day, President Trump is not only going to win this election, he's going to be one of the best presidents to go down in history.
Yeah, that dude had like one job. Like you have that big a job. Like you're set to take out a president. Like how are you gonna miss that? Because like you missed that, and now it's like the opposite of what you want happened, right? Like your goal is to take him out. Now he's like he just propelled that man to a victory. Probably it's just like I don't know. That was crazy. We haven't lived through an historical event in a little while, so it was cool in that sense. But it's like damn, everybody chill out, man. Nobody needs to die.
And I know you're closer to that area, so how did it
Yeah, that was
affect you guys
Pennsylvania,
over there?
and I'm not
You were
like
in okay.
that's like 3-4 hours away from me still, I think.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't know. Like my family doesn't agree with me politically. We all get along. We're all family, but we're all not on the same political spectrum. So we had things to say in that regard, like conversations being so close to home. But it wasn't like it was in my town. That would have been wild. But no, that was like up north, a little more rural.
And it's just crazy too, because like you'll see people saying like, oh, like they wish that this man would have passed away. Like
It's ridiculous.
even if Joe Biden is like the worst president, like no one should go out of their way and say, oh, I hope this person should
No.
die. Like that, it's just like yeah, I'm in a barbaric sport, but that's barbaric. When you
Yeah.
say like the world leader has to like be taken out just because you don't agree with their ideology, it's okay to have a disagreement, and just like you said, whether it's family or friends, to still be able to have that discussion and not agree, but still get along with our views. You know what I mean? Sorry, the car was saying that it was going to shove, and I love this Bronco.
No, you're
This
good.
Bronco like
Oh, you just got
saves
the
you
new
on
car,
gas.
right?
I did. I did. And thank you to Barto Forward for hooking it up for us.
Yeah, that's nice, dude. But yeah, I don't know. Like the whole political violence thing, like I think that's the problem with comparing someone like Trump to Hitler, right? You don't have to love Trump's politics, but you can even say he's an idiot, but he's not doing the same things, Mussolini, Hitler, fucking Genghis Khan. Like stop putting him in that
Yep,
category because he doesn't deserve the same fate as those people, in my opinion. I just don't get it really. But whatever.
absolutely. And
That's why we
did
talk
you watch
MMA.
that Netflix series about like it was Hitler's? It was like a couple, I think 6 episodes about Hitler's like uprise and stuff
I
like
didn't
that.
know.
It There's a good documentary to watch, and it would definitely put not that like you could see how some ideologies kind of like merge in the same sense. Like during that time when Hitler was running, like they were just going through a Great Depression. Like it was kind of like a area where like someone was promising like a certain hope and things like that, but without genocide. And
Right.
same
Yeah.
thing with Trump. Like he's promising like make America great again by doing this, this, and that. And that's what United States needs at this moment, man. Like we need someone to take action and treat it not from a political standpoint, but from an entrepreneurial standpoint. And during his run, we had probably the best economy, and then the pandemic happened. And you can't control that situation in that sense. Or can you? Conspiracy theory right there as well. But I mean, at the end of the
Eh,
day,
I don't know if it's
that's
a
a whole
conspiracy.
rabbit tunnel, bro.
Yeah, we could talk about this BS for hours because our government's not the greatest, but that's okay. Hopefully some things go our way. We're in agreement about a lot of this. And before I get you out of here, I did my Google search. I'm an idiot because I forgot that Israel Galvin beat Lotus last time out. Yeah, what was that? CFFC 130. 130. That was your card. You were there. You're supposed to know this
Yep.
more than me. So
And
is
that's when you were saying Balaj, I'm like, I don't even think he's like necessarily next. Like it
so
would have
it
been either Lotus or Israel.
I
And I'm
assume
down for to get
Galvin
down
is
with either.
then Galvin's then probably champion. I don't believe there's a weight miss on that. It's just not on their website right now.
No,
So
he missed weight by like 2 pounds and change.
it was him
Refused to
that missed
cut it.
weight. It wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, it was Gavin. It was Gavin that missed weight, refused to cut the weight. Then I thought that it was just not a title fight. That I thought Lotus would still remain the champion, even though if he lost, but Gavin couldn't get it. But maybe since he lost, then it just went up for vacancy. Because I mean, he did technically lose. So whether this fight, then I faced one of them, because I mean that would only MMA math is so fucking fickle though too. That would make sense. But if not, then because I can see how they don't want Gavin back. Like he's an ass clown. You know what I mean? Like he wins and still like is a douche to the people that he beats. So it's like, and even Rob made a post about it on Facebook. And if Rob makes a post, the owner, then it's like it's serious. It's serious. So whether that comes to fruition or not, I'm down with whoever is next in line. But right now I got a target on my mind, and it's Gus. And I want to expose Gus and make sure that they know that the goat shed isn't really full of goats, but the wolf den is going to be in there hunting for the kill with his pack of wolves, and the alpha dog will stand supreme.
Fire. That was a fire little outro right there, Max. I mean, an interesting situation at 125, to say the least. A lot of options after this one. But like you said, Villamil first. And Max, before I get you out of here, as always, anything you'd like to say to all the fans? If so, mic is yours.
First off, all glory to God. I appreciate you taking the time, Jake, to interview me. Jake the Snake, always make time for Scrap News. You already know what time it is.
Cage side press on this one.
What was that?
Cage side press on this one, but shout out Scrap News too. They're great too. Doesn't matter. Keep going.
Sorry, brother. Then shout out to my beautiful family, my wife, my support system at home. This camp has by far been not only the most grueling, but at the same token, like the most exciting. Like I'm in probably the best shape of my life. I feel amazing. I have an 8-pack, even at 145, and I don't even get that shit until I cut my weight. So just imagine when it's showtime, I'm gonna be fucking yoked as shit. I can't fucking wait. Shout out to my team, Death for a bunch of killers. My wrestling coaches, my grappling coaches. We're all mixing everything together. Iron sharpens iron. The teams that we are going over to spar with, MJM, things like that. Like we're making it happen. Thank you to my sponsors as well. You already know Bartow Ford, Maverick, Run the Block 813 for your sneakers, your wholesale sneakers. Tough Souls, custom wrestling shoes that you guys can order through their Instagram as well. It's pretty cool. Cashflow Society is another sports bookie site that I implement with my buddy of mine. We do the UFC fights, MLB fight. I mean, not fights, picks, soccer. Name the sport, we got the picks for you, and we're usually hitting about 75 to 80% ratio. So you're at least going to be profiting if you sign up. Omega Gamma Delta, they've always been looking out for me since day one. Maverick, man, I can keep going. Black Label Moving Company, No Limit Technology, DSG, Site Services. Man, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to showcase my skills. And Tampa, your boy is home, and he's going to show you why he's the Florida man. The real Florida man is coming out. Were you guys here up in PA about Florida man? Oh, that motherfucker's going to come out July 26th. Mark my words.
Let's see it, though. You're talking about how ripped you are. Let's fucking see it.
Let's fucking go, boy.
Oh my God, look at that
to
tricep.
The fucking gills.
Oh,
I haven't even shown my abs yet. We there, baby. We
and
there.
The haircut makes it all look a little more defined.
Exactly. Yeah, I gotta get this done.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, CFFC 133, July 26th. The Candyman is back. Max Quinones.
Yes,
Max,
sir.
Thank you so much, brother. Cook some ass.
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate your time, bro.